So today I just wanted to talk about two of the biggest mistakes that I made when I was trying to lose weight. Because I literally see people make these mistakes all the time and they're very, very detrimental to weight loss and your health just in general. So the biggest mistake that I made, and I think that other people make, is trying to be too perfect. A lot of people, when they come to, you know, a vegan diet or a whole foods plant-based diet, they set all these goals and they're like, all right, I'm gonna eat perfect, I'm not gonna eat any processed foods, I'm not gonna have any caffeine or alcohol or fat or anything like that, and I'm gonna exercise every single day, I'm gonna bike 150 kilometers a week, I'm gonna drink a gallon of water every day. And they set all these goals related to their weight loss, and then what happens when, you know, you're not perfect and you screw up? You typically go on a bender or some type of a binge, and it happens to people continuously. And this is one of the struggles for me, because I would always try to be too perfect. I would try to make this plan that I was going to stick to verbatim, and I wasn't going to screw up at all, and in 3 months I'd be at my goal weight or whatever it was. And it never ever worked out, because I was always restarting and saying I'm gonna start again on Monday, and I screwed up today, so I'm just gonna eat as much as I want and all this crappy vegan food. And it just doesn't work like that. Like, life gets in the way, you are going to screw up, you're not gonna be perfect. And it's something that you just have to realize, that having a little bump in the road is completely different than throwing your hands in the air and just saying like, screw it all, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want this week and I'm gonna start again next week. Because the biggest thing that can help you is consistency. So if you're eating really healthy, and then say you go out with your friends and you have like something at a restaurant, like a vegan pizza with diet cheese or something on it, and you just say like, screw it, I wasn't perfect, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. It's just a very destructive mindset, because that's not the way that life goes. Life is just going to come at you in whatever way that it does, and you're gonna have to deal with it. And there's gonna be vegan junk food, there's gonna be parties, and there's gonna be people that you go out with that wanna go somewhere that has like oil in it or something like that, and you're just not gonna be able to be perfect all the time. So one of the things that I recommend is just keep going. Whenever, you know, say that you go out with your friends and you have some vegan pad thai that has oil in it, it's one tiny meal. Like, it's one meal out of the entire week that wasn't perfect, and it's not gonna affect you at all. One meal isn't gonna affect you, one day isn't gonna affect you. In the grand scheme of things, in your weight loss or in your health, it doesn't matter. You didn't get overweight or to where you are or to a bad state of health by one meal or one day or 1 week even. So just keep going and don't beat yourself up for it, and know that it's gonna happen again, and that you're not going to be perfect every single day or every single week, and deal with it. It's okay. Like, that's the way that it's gonna go. It's just about doing the best that you can and eating, you know, the healthiest that you can for yourself and for what works for you. Second thing is people set way too big of weight loss goals. So when I was 188 pounds, I was like, oh, I wanna be, you know, 115. And the problem with that is it seems like such a huge feat to, you know, lose 75 pounds. Like, that's a lot of weight. You don't gain 75 pounds in a short amount of time. So don't think that you're gonna lose it in a short amount of time. You know, to date, I've lost over 55 pounds. And when I first started, I didn't think that it would take me this long, but it has, and that is what it is. And I've learned so much along the way. And one of the biggest things is that you should set short goals. If you're at 160 pounds and you want to get to 120, you should try and get to 150 before you get to 120. Set small goals. You should be losing a pound, 2 pounds a week maximum. I don't even think you should be losing 2 pounds a week, but for some people that are a lot heavier, it's definitely doable. But 1 pound a week, like, you can do that. That's easy. You know, it's not gonna take a gigantic effort or a huge energy deficit or anything like that, or you're not gonna have to work out like crazy to lose a pound a week. It's just consistently eating well and consistently moving your body and staying on track and being, you know, good to yourself, because this is the way that you're gonna eat for the rest of your life. So just give yourself time. If you wanna lose 50 pounds, figure out how long that would take you if you lost a pound a week, and, you know, weigh yourself once a month, or at the very most, weigh yourself once a week. I know so many people weigh themselves every single day, And it just seems like nothing ever happens when you do that. When you weigh yourself every single day, what do you expect to happen in a day? You know, you're not gonna lose a pound in a day or 5 pounds in a day. But if you weigh yourself once a week, you could see a pound or 2 weight loss every single week. If you weigh yourself once a month, you could see, you know, 8 to 10 pounds every single month. So just take it slow, figure out how long it'll take you if you lose a pound per week, and set that as your goal. And then if you lose more than that, then that's great. Like, that's fabulous. But those are the 2 biggest things that I see people struggling with: setting too big of goals and trying to be way too perfect and beating themselves up for it. Life happens, you're not gonna be perfect, and just realize that. Just realize, you know, if you screw up a little bit, you don't have to throw it all out the window and start again on Monday. You can just have a little bump in the road, be like, that was okay, I'm okay with it, it was one tiny meal, and just move on, and the next morning wake up and have your water and have your fruit and have a healthy meal. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.